The vendors in Bound by Evil are one of the core systems that you will use to buy new stuff, craft new items, or progress your character. These are especially important if you're playing the Witch, because the vendors contain an upgrade for the mana flask. So, we have two vendors. One is the actual shop vendor, and the other is the handyman. The vendor is used for straight up gold trades. You can acquire gold in several ways. One of the main ways that you can acquire gold is simply by killing monsters. So if you go over here, spawn some monsters, kill them. As you can see, my gold on the right side of the screen is going up. As you acquire more and more gold, you can spend it on the vendor to buy new stuff. So when you first click on the vendor, you will see this menu right here. So you can see what is on offer. The purple text shows you what the item is, and if you hover over the purple text, you can see an additive description that will tell you a bit more about the item you're purchasing. So for example, if I want to reacquire the quest tracker, I can buy it for free, and it will let me display my current objective. If you want to buy, for example, standard arrows, you can buy 10 arrows for 500 gold. You will just click the yellow buy 500 gold. I acquired more arrows, and I spent gold in the process. Now, you can upgrade the vendor by Books of Skill. Books of Skill are acquired throughout the game. You will get them by simply progressing the campaign. Usually the totem gives you some, or you can find some in the world. Sometimes you also earn them by simply doing quests and killing unique monsters. So when you right click a Book of Skill, it will pop up this passive menu right here. You can simply upgrade the bartering tree to get an upgrade for the vendor. So for now, let's click grant +1 to bartering. And now when I right click the vendor, you can see that I can also progress to the page 2. So you can click the arrow here, and I will display page 2 of the shop. In a similar manner, if I click the Books of Skill again, I can upgrade the bartering one more time, and I can now see page 2 and page 3 as well. I will not spoil you on the page 3. Now, one of the more important things about the vendor is you can also sell your items. When you click the vendor, you can see that there is a big green text over here telling you sell selected. And there is an important descriptor here. You need to put the item in your leftmost hotbar slot. That means that this slot right here, the number 1 slot, is the one that will be selling the item. This is not important if you're selling different base types. But for example, if you have 2 diamond chestplate, that game doesn't recognize which is which. So you need to put the one that you want to sell in the leftmost slot. So how do I sell? I right click the vendor. I click the green text while I'm having the item in my hand in the first slot, and it will show me the price that I will get for selling it. I will simply click the white texts, and boom, the item is sold. I can do the exact same thing for the iron chestplate, like that. I will get 300. And now it's important that if I want to sell this exact diamond chestplate, I need to put it in the first slot. Because if I didn't do it, it can eat the other one. Like this. And you can just repeat this process forever and ever. Now, the second main way that you will acquire gold is through the Spoils of War. Spoils of War are found in the world, and they simply grant you flat gold. It's something like souls in Dark Souls games. Now, for these, if you want to sell in bulk, it's a bit simpler. You can simply click this green text once. It will show the price. You will get 300 gold for each spoils you sell. And now you can just spam click this white text, and it will keep selling and adding gold to your pouch. And you can do this however many times you like, as long as you have spoils in your inventory. In a similar vein, you can also drop rare gems, which can sell to the vendor, and you can also drop the immensely rare jewels from monsters, which can as well be sold to the vendor. So, that's pretty much for the vendor. Now, for the handyman, it's slightly more complicated. The handyman is only crafting stuff. He doesn't let you sell stuff, he can only craft stuff for you. Now, if you want to upgrade the handyman, it works in a very similar manner. You will just pop out the Book of Skill, do grant +1 to craftsmanship, which will give you more options, and now we can hover over to page 2 as well. Like so. So if we want to craft, what do we need? Well, we need to decide what do we want to craft first. So for example, in the page 1, one of the most important things is the Book of Skill. You can basically craft the exact same Book of Skill I just used to upgrade the shop, but it's rather expensive. So if I hover over the green text, I will see what it is, and I will see the descriptor, just like in the vendor shop. So Book of Skill, consume to gain a passive 3 point. And if I want to craft it, I need to hover over the yellow craft text, and it will tell me what I need to combine and how much gold I need. So for this, we need quite a lot of gold. We need 50,000. We need Empty Book, Arcane Power, Pixie Dust, and Elemental Dust. Luckily for me, I have this giant chest here which contains all of the crafting items in the game. So what do I need? I need arcane power, I need pixie dust, I need elemental dust, and I need a book. Okay, I've just added myself 50,000 gold, and now we can craft the Book of Skill. We just click the yellow text craft, it will consume all the materials, and grant us a Book of Skill, which I can use to now upgrade the Handyman, and now I've got all 3 pages. 3 pages is the maximum the vendors currently have, and I think that will never change. I will rather keep adding stuff into the vendor if I have anything to add. And that's about it. I don't think there's anything else you need to know. I know this mechanic can be a little bit confusing at first, but once you get the hang of the selling stuff, it's quite simple actually, and you can work pretty quickly with the menus. So that's it. Hope you will have fun in Bound by Evil. It's releasing very, very soon, and goodbye.